I go by so many nicknames. So personally, I have no preference. Tatiana, Toddy. I have other friends that call me Tots, Tater Tots. If I ever were a DJ, that would be my DJ name. I'd be DJ Tater Tots. Okay, so I'm 24 years old. I'm a student. I also work full-time, so I have a very busy life. I'm studying kinesiology, which is the study of movement and the kinesthetics of the human body. And that's a prerequisite to get my master's in physical therapy. That also works with the fact that I'm a dancer. I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. And I'm really passionate about movement in general and expressing things through the body that words sometimes are lacking in. I started dancing with Royal Academy of Dance at 3 years old, and instantly, I think because of my height, because of how I carried myself, that they always placed me with older children in the program. And that was a gift in many ways because I was learning and I was observing with other just students that were further along in their journey than I was. Moving into grade school, elementary specifically, it became more and more strugglesome because I could continue to keep up with them physically with what we were doing, but emotionally and what they were going through in the trajectory of their lives, I couldn't relate to it. And that spiraled into just flat out conversations about sex. Pornography was an easy way for kids like me to, in essence, research or find sort of answers to questions that were not regularly being answered by parents, teachers, trusted adults in our day-to-day lives in society. And so I personally was first exposed to pornography by seeing a group of girls huddled in a corner in between dance sessions watching a pornographic video together. That brought up questions for myself of what is this? What are they watching? What's the purpose of it? And so I would ask questions and I would talk to them about it. And they're like, well, let me show you something. And it stemmed into this vicious cycle of using pornographic imagery to express or find answers for things that normally, at a much older age, you would be having these discussions with your parents or with a teacher or a doctor, or just through life experience, having more of an understanding. But I would resort to like old videos that I was sent or things that in a group I was exposed to, and I would use them as a point of reference for my own life and what I was experiencing. And that became something that was very unhealthy when it came to dating and relationships, is I then would be calling girlfriends that were incredibly addicted to pornography and asking them questions about sex and about love and about dating, and their only point of reference was what they saw in a pornographic video. So that became more the relationship that I had with pornography. Was more than anything, it was my main resource and the resource of the people that were my confidants and my friends. And that's what scared me, is I realized, whoa, I'm more comfortable talking about something that's pornographic with a girlfriend than I am talking to my own parents about what I'm going through. And that's not normal. That's not healthy. So in my own journey, I had to recognize that I needed help and I needed to have resources and I needed to have people come in that understood what I was going through and not feel that judgment. And again, that's where Fight the New Drug really stepped up and helped me.
Double the water?
Yes, I want some tea too.
Multiple tea drinkers here?
Yes. So when I was speaking to my parents finally about what I had experienced in dance and just the sexual nature that came with that, it really was something I was anxious and a little bit nervous about, but ultimately coming to them and feeling like I could talk to them about anything already, I was pretty confident that they would be able to understand what I was going through. And sure enough, they were incredibly empathetic and they were able to tell me their own journey and their own stories of what they had gone through and what they'd experienced at a really young age. and also what they loved and they respected about me, and how I was able to come to them and have the boldness to approach the subject and start that open dialogue. And so from there, it became this beautiful realization of not only am I not alone, but I now have their support, and I'm empowered by what their journey was. And from that point forward, not only was I able to talk to them, but I felt like they had my back, and going and talking to other people and talking to my siblings and other family members. And it became this beautiful kind of unifying agent for moving forward with my life, and knowing that even in the moments that there was confusion, that there was going to be clarity, because I knew they had my back and it was going to be okay.